Deontay Wilder, everyone keeps talking about his power. Everybody keeps talking about how he only needs to be perfect for 1 second. You can't afford any lapse in concentration. But in the heavyweight division, that applies the other way around, does it not? If he has a lapse of concentration for a split second, you could knock him out.
Yeah, listen, everyone's talking about his power and how dangerous he is and you know, what he can do in the ring, but they're forgetting what I can do in the ring. I don't really care what they say. You know, I'm just going to go out there and put on the performance I know I can. Andy and I have worked very hard, done some great work with George, and we've had a great camp, and everything is perfect. Everything is right place, the right time, and you know, like Andy did say to me, it's written in the stars. So they can say whatever they want to say about his power and his experience, but it's my time.
So do you, I mean, it kind of sounds like you're almost happy to be underestimated in this one.
I'm not happy, or just don't really care. I don't care what people say, because I know what I can do, and that's it. Is
it in any way different fighting someone like him because of the power? I mean, or is it just, I'm always interested in whether with really, really big fights or really big fixtures in any sport, do you really just look at it as just another fight? Or
it's just another fight. You know, every heavyweight has power. If you land the right punch at the right time, you can knock anyone out. So, you know, every heavyweight has the power to knock anyone out. It's just another fight.
And so when you look at him, what do you see in terms of weaknesses?
Weaknesses. Firstly, I see a fighter with a lot of experience. He's been a good champion, and he's had his time. You know, and I'm sure he's put in the best of camp and best work. But I just feel that this fight here, and this is my time. This is my time to shine.
Do you feel like activity is key, because you've been nice and busy?
Activity is key, and you know, when you're busy fighting often, you're constantly learning. And what excites me is the work that I'm doing in the gym with Andy. You know, just working on technique and skills, and just adding more to what I already have. You know, and we can see it not only in the sparring, but we can see, you know, there's a lot of things that we can see in training that really, you know, gives us the confidence going into this fight.
So do you feel like this is, you're firmly in a new chapter now, that the best
chapter,
Joseph
yeah.
Parker is?
I had a good win in the beginning of the year, but that wasn't good enough. And we made a few changes, and I feel like what we have now is what I needed. And you know, we had a fight in Australia in May. We had another fight in Saudi in October, and now we're finishing off the year with another fight, and a big fight, and a good challenge. But it's the one that we accepted straight away. As soon as they told us about this fight, we're like, we want this fight, 100%.
And it could have been, as I understand it, could have been there was a few people mooted, and you'd said yes to all of them, and then all of a sudden it was Wilder.
Yeah, it's just you know, when I had the fight in May in Australia, I thought after that fight and after a good win that the fights were going to come, and it took a while for us to lock in the fight, the fight in October. But Andy and George just say to me, be patient. When the fights do come, they're going to keep coming. And now we've had a fight in October, and this one was a quick turnaround. But because we've been keeping busy and training and fighting often, we're supremely confident that the work that we've done now is going to pay off on fight night.
Happy to be back here. It's a familiar environment for you now.
Familiar environment for us. I'm not sure about a lot of other fighters on the card, but we're familiar with Saudi Arabia, only fighting in October, and great setup. And this is, you know, it's fight week now, so it's come fast.
And you feel like with the heavyweight scene as it is at the moment, these big fights, it feels like we're in a new world at the minute, where the time period between big fights is not what it used to be, not what it has been over the last 2 or 3 years.
All these big fights are happening, you know, quicker than what we see in the past. You know, and thanks to Saudi Arabia for jumping in and helping put these big fights together.
And looking at the other big fight on the card that people are talking about, Joshua against Wallin, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's going to be a good fight. I'm not sure who's going to win that fight, but I think it's going to be a great fight.
Because if you take care of business, then you're looking at the winner.
I will take care of business. I'm not here to muck around, or I'm not here to just to have a fight. I'm here to win.
What manner of victory can we expect?
Knockout.
Knockout.
Listen, everyone talks about his power, but we'll see. We'll start talking about my power after the fight.
And looking ahead to next year, you know, the next big one coming at that point, Fury, Usyk. Do you feel like anything can be taken from either of their most recent performances? Because most people would say that both of them probably, in their most recent outings, weren't as good as they have been.
I feel for different fights, you rise to different occasions, and I feel with Usyk and Tyson being locked in now for February, I'm sure they're both going to make some changes, and probably more motivation, because it's the biggest fight of the year, you know. So they're both going to come in, you know, with the experience, the most prepared, and the best shape, and put on the best performance.
In terms of fight week, has it changed for you over the years? Obviously, the stage can change, the size of the fight can change, but in terms of that process that you go through day by day, taking yourself to that place, as you guys describe it sometimes, where you're ready to fight, has that changed over the years for you?
Yeah, listen, with having the experience of fighting, of all the fights that I've had, fight week, it's just about enjoying it all and having fun and staying relaxed. I got Andy and George, I got a team from New Zealand here. My massage therapist is here, doing some great work. And listen, it's about enjoying the whole process and the journey, and enjoying everything that we're doing and making the most of it, because it's not going to come again. Once it's done, it's done. And save all that energy you need for fight night. That's it. And
so you don't allow your opponent to, you know, take any of that energy. I mean, but do you pay attention to him, to Wilder, this week?
He can do whatever he wants to do. I'm just focused on me. I'm focused on me and what I want to do, and the energy, and saving my energy for whatever I want to use it on.